Hi, welcome to another essay writing video. In today's video, we are looking at an essay that was submitted to me by one of my online students, and we're going to correct it from the beginning to the end and try to make it the strongest essay that we can. If you find this video helpful, I encourage you to visit my websites at www.englishryan.com and englishryan.blogspot.com. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in quite a while now. I think it's been about 5 months, but I've just been very busy here in Shanghai with classes and a few other things. Okay, so the question that I submitted to my student online was this. In many countries, the proportion of older people is steadily increasing. Does this trend have more positive or negative effects on society? I'll give you a second to read that. Okay, so now if we look at the question, the background statement says, in many countries, the proportion of older people is steadily increasing. And I think that's pretty easy to understand. The word steadily just means consistent or constant, and it's not fluctuating and not changing. It's just gradually growing. Now, the second part of the question is, does this trend have more positive or negative effects on society? Now, this part of the question is a little bit of a trick because the word that we need to understand here is trend. And if trend is a new word for you, trend means something that is growing or changing at a steady pace. So, does this trend have more positive or negative effects on society? So the question is not really asking, do older people have positive or negative effects on society? It's asking, does the growth in numbers of older people have more positive or negative effects on society? So I think that maybe a mistake that a lot of students would make when they see this question is they would read it and quickly think, okay, it's just asking me, do I think old people are a good thing in society or a bad thing? And that's not completely what it's asking. It's asking what the of older people in society. Is this negative or is this positive? Okay, so now we look at the question, and I think it's pretty clear that we would write an argument essay about this. So we would take a stance and form a thesis about this, and write an argument essay. And that's what the students did that I submitted this question to. So now the original essay as it was given to me by the students. And I think what we'll do is we'll take it paragraph by paragraph and just fix things up as we go along. Okay, so first things first, let's look at the introduction paragraph. Okay, now I'll read it aloud. Today, older people make up an increasing proportion of... This is very clear in the government statistics that the inhabitants aged 50 and over has grown in the last 3 decades. It is believed that aged people has a negative effects on society. This will be proven by analyzing one of the way that retired people spend their money, as they are more likely to be providing unpaid care. Okay, now I think what we'll do first is we'll just correct the structure and grammar in the paragraphs, and then afterwards we'll come back and we'll look at how the sentences work together and the ideas. So if we take this first paragraph, now I went ahead and marked this paragraph. So you can see in red some of the grammar and structural areas that need to be improved. So first up, an increasing proportion of our population. That's fine. That's a very nice general background sentence. this is very clear in the government statistics. I don't think we'd say it like that. We could say this, or government statistics have shown, or this is very clear from government statistics, that, now why there's commas around this word, it's kind of strange, but the inhabitants aged 50 and over has grown in the last 3 decades. So we have the word inhabitants, which is plural. So has would become have grown in the last 3 decades. It is believed that aged people has, again should be have, a negative effect on society. So this is a negative, which is 1. So this should effect, with no s, on society. This will be proven by analyzing one of the ways that retired people spend their money, as they are more likely to not be provided paid care. Okay, so that's just the small grammar issues in the first paragraph.